encouraging and uplifting Black people, especially the Black man. But my words came across very, very spicy because you guys are dying. Whether it be gun violence, whether it be you guys killing each other, whether it be you guys killing yourselves, because you endure a lot. And I see that because I am your other half. I am your partner. I am your equal. I am not your enemy. Despite the words that I used, I want you guys to understand that my message is clear. You have to grow. You have to move and shift as a person. But sometimes you cannot do that shit alone. Men depression rates are skyrocketing. Men's suicide rates are skyrocketing. I'm not making these statistics, I'm just drawing light on this topic. Forgive me if I seem passionate in my words. I'm only passionate because I'm tired of seeing Black men die. I cannot articulate the feeling of the perpetual trauma that I have experienced, that Black men have experienced, that I am beyond tired of seeing. I have children who cry in session because they wonder why their dads didn't show up to their birthday. I have teenagers who don't feel important because they didn't have someone to tell them that they love them. They didn't have that strong male support to make them feel like they're okay. And I'm only coming from a place because I didn't have that. I love nothing more than to see the Black man prosper, but y'all are not. You're not, and it's hurting me. So I apologize for saying y'all are dusty. I apologize for that, but my message is clear. Y'all are hurting and you desperately need to talk to someone. As a Black woman, I see you. I have been there for you. I have dedicated my life to listening so you can heal the generational trauma that has been inflicted upon you since our arrival in this country. The Black family has been systematically dismantled, and you're only upholding the dismantlement by not fixing yourself. I may have projected some of my personal feelings. I understand that I'm a human being, but I'm only projecting from a place of hurt. Some of the deepest, darkest things I've experienced have been perpetrated against me by Black men. But I see that you are coming from a hurt place. Hello, I would like to...
So that's part one. And you know, honestly, I can't really say, hold up, I'm not tech smart. Yeah, that was the first half of her apology, and you know, I honestly can't say I have a problem with that. You know, a lot of what she articulated, you know, is stuff that, you know, I deduced just from seeing her content and thinking about the context she's operating in. So obviously I just let that play the whole way through. I hadn't seen that before, but yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I don't think she said anything bad there. I don't even think she said anything controversial in there. You know, if you get 100 Black women in a room and I ask them all to give their thoughts on Black men, I think like at least maybe 70 would say something similar to that. You know, if you got 100 Black men in a room and got us to give our thoughts, you know, on ourselves, I guess maybe 60 to 70% of us would say something similar. Like, you know, just like a lot of Black people sees the condition Black men are in, wants to do something to help, and you know, again, made some mistakes in the course of trying to do that. But again, is that someone we want to crucify? Is that someone we want to you know, get fired so they can't feed themselves, feed their family. Because, you know, even if you're single as a black person, if you have money, you're often the one supporting a whole host of extended family members, right? We don't know who else was depending on her salary as a therapist. So I think these are just things people don't think about when they're only operating from that internet mindset where nothing is more real than, you know, something you could send with a click, right? You know, the worst thing that can happen to you on the internet is you get banned off a website, and after that you get canceled, where just a bunch of people don't like you, they stop looking at you. Obviously, none of those consequences pale in comparison to stuff that happens in the real world. You know, people get evicted, people starve, people die, right? And, you know, obviously I don't know if she's necessarily at risk of dying, but certainly, right, you can become very poor very easily as a black person. So then the starving and getting evicted, you know, that becomes a real possibility. And even just, you know, mental anguish, stress from that, and that can weigh on a person, and eventually that will kill you, right? That's why our life expectancy is lower. So I just say all this to say, right, if you take all that context into account, why on earth would you go out of your way to get that person fired? Beyond me, honestly. All right, let's look at part 2 of her apology, right?
Society is already very difficult for black people in general. And for people to call into question saying that I hate black men is asinine to me, because black everything matters. Black everything matters. When they see you walking down the street, they don't see a human being. They see what's been perpetuated in society. They see what's been perpetuated in the media, that you're aggressive, that you're violent. But I know that these behaviors that are being exhibited are actually depression and anxiety. And unfortunately, society has taught you that anger and lashing out and fighting back is the only acceptable response. I am pleading that y'all seek help, because women are hurting. We want you to be better. But I'm getting attacked. People are calling my employment, asking that I get fired because I want you guys to be better. Again, like I said, I apologize for my delivery. This is a little spicy sometimes. But just know that my anger and my frustration and my passion is coming from a place of needing. I need y'all to heal. I don't need it. Society needs it. You need it. Have enough pride about yourself to want to do better. I understand I might not be the clinician for everyone, but I'm damn good at my job. I understand I might not be the clinician for anybody, but I've sparked a conversation. I've shook the table. If the words that I'm saying are resonating with you, please go talk to somebody. If there's a gap, fill that gap. Become counselors, become mental health professionals, so we can heal each other, so we can heal ourselves. All that I ask is for men, black men specifically, just to build a greater awareness of yourself. That's all that I ask, because your lives can improve radically as a result. Full transparency, accountability moment. I was a dusty bitch till I fucking went to therapy. I didn't realize that I was in an abusive situation. I didn't realize that I wasn't communicating effectively. I didn't realize all of these things about myself until I went and talked to someone. And I just pray and want that for you. I want you guys to feel seen. I want you guys to feel heard. Because you deserve it. All of us deserve unconditional positive regard. And I may not have shown that in the video because it's the internet. But when it comes to session, I am open. I provide a therapeutic, non-judgmental space because that's what the fuck we deserve. Because the society is not kind to us. It never has been. So we have to create that inner peace, and in order for you to do that, you have to be able to express things that you have been through. You have to expand your emotional vocabulary. You have to want it for you. You may not like what I say, and you may not even like me, and that's fine because you don't know me on a personal level. I get that. But I just want you guys to know that I'm not going to stop talking about these issues. I'm not going to stop talking about healing. I'm not going to stop talking about the betterment of Black people because it's me. I am a Black person who endures the struggles and the tribulations that Black people endure. I know what it feels like to be marginalized. I know what it feels like to be counted out. I know what that feels like. So I apologize if anybody felt that I was coming at them or felt shame and anger. Those aren't good emotions to feel, and I completely empathize with that. But my message is clear. Please go help yourself. And it would be nice for my personal life to be left out of it. Because at the end of the day, I just want everyone to live safe and prosperous and healthy lives. And you don't have to endure all this shit. Okay. You guys be well.
Okay, so that was part 2 of her apology. And again, I don't think there's a lot wrong there. Gave a very nuanced perspective, gave a lot more details about her own life, even saying that, you know, she in the past had been a unhealthy, kind of toxic person before she went to therapy and improved. She wants that for other people. And again, didn't go about it in the perfect way. She acknowledged that, but like the question I keep coming back to is, does that kind of person deserve to be fired? Or rather, is it helpful to get that person, especially considering they are Black in the world we live in, fired from their job, right? Is it helpful to act as if she didn't say anything right, to just say, oh, you got it all wrong, your delivery is 100% bad, the content of your message is 100% bad? I don't think so. You know, in the second one thing maybe she could have done better there is maybe more acknowledging that Black men get hurt by Black women and other people too. I mean, I think in her statements it's implicit that Black men get hurt by wider society. I think though maybe she could have acknowledged more that Black women do hurt Black men as much as the other time around, but you know, or the other way around rather, but you know, that's a rather small point in the broader context of that video specifically. Because another point that I'm going to come back to is I think sometimes we expect too much of online content creators, and that we expect them to say every right thing in their videos. It's not enough that they just don't say anything wrong. Even they have to say everything. They have to give all the context, and that's kind of unrealistic, especially in a few videos. Maybe you could demand that over the full breadth of the content they put out over the course of their career, but you know, if you're talking about a few videos, especially on a platform like TikTok that is short form, that's a tall order. But anyway, I think the second to last video I want to show is oh right, yeah, she made a couple videos giving more context about her own life. I don't know which of these two. Okay, we'll just watch them both. We're having a mini movie session here this evening. Yeah, in these videos, she's kind of giving more details on her own personal journey and challenges she's facing.
Hey yo, snitch this and tell me what's some dumb shit that you keep doing. I'll go first. Dating. Cause what the fucking point is the fucking point? Like, I walk out my house looking fine as fuck, smelling good, looking good, tasting motherfucking good, and I just keep encountering these dusty motherfuckers. Pick better men! Where the fuck are y'all at? I'm going fucking clinically insane in this bitch, trying to fucking date. That shit's fucking exhausting. Actually, you know what? Motherfuckers don't even want to date no more. They literally, like, pick you up and go, like, eat in the car. Bitch, that's not fucking romantic. It's not a goddamn date. You being on fucking FaceTime 24/7 is not fucking romantic. It's not intimacy. Bitch, you have a lot of time on your hands. That's what that fucking means. You buying me a $50 dinner is not gonna guarantee you eating my asshole. It's not gonna happen. I want somebody to touch my sub. Hey yo, stitch this and tell me what's some dumb shit that you.
Okay. Well, all right, that one was funny. But you know that did give again more insights on her dating frustrations, and like, you know, you could say she could give, maybe zoom out and think about the broader context about why she's having those frustrations. Like, you know, black men being attacked all the time gives us poor emotional development because we just don't have the time. And then also niggas are broke because of economic castration. So then, you know, maybe FaceTiming you and then eating in the car is all they can afford, right? So that's it. But at the same time, you can't fault her for being frustrated with that reality. So even though maybe like a lot of content on the internet doesn't give the appropriate context, or doesn't give full context, I'll say, and then also maybe doesn't do the deeper work of thinking, okay, why do I keep attracting these men I don't like? What is in me? What am I doing wrong? Because whenever someone constantly finds themselves in a bad situation, at least 99% of the time, there's something they're doing as well that's bringing that about.